Howdy guys and dolls out there in YouTube land, your favorite little keto goofball diamond, and today is day 1155 of my ketogenic journey, starting at 311 pounds, losing over 153 pounds so far. I'm going to show you everything I ate yesterday, talk to you about my ketones, glucose, GKI, and do a weigh-in with the chit chat, of course. So much more. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, ring that bell, all that good YouTube jazz that makes my channel grow, makes me smile. And it's time to rant, rave, and misbehave. Keto Diamond style.
Three, two, 1.
2 p.m. breaking a 19-hour fast with 2 eggs, 2 pieces of cheese, and 2 sausage patties. Yes. And I don't know why, but I really kind of wanted some pork rinds this morning, so I threw some on the plate. They're just Max Originals. Almost 8 p.m. I'm cooking pork chops. I'm using hubby's salad bowl, so if you see some other salad dressing in there, it's not mine. Ribeye pork chops. This is lettuce, ranch. Wait a minute, Anthony. I've got some, what do you call these things? Again, pork rinds and cheese and bacon bits. And oh my goodness. You know, guys, I've taken the pork, putting Max pork skins into a lot of the things I eat. And I'm actually really, really liking how it changes the flavor of everything just slightly. And apparently so does Anthony. That's his little chunky hand. Boy, maybe glad I just washed your hands. Don't you put it back. You eat it. On that steak, that salad up with three ribeye pork chops with a little bit of the primal steak sauce. I boiled these, then I fried them in some butter. So I was going to check my ketones before I broke my fast today, hours after drinking coffee, just to see what happened. But then the ship sailed, and I wasn't paying attention, and I just decided to start eating pork rinds. Dang on it. But that's okay. We'll do it tomorrow if we have to. There's a culprit. There's a reason. Just got to figure it out. Hope you guys don't mind the ambient noise of the wild. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day out here. Feels great. Mild breeze. I hope it's not affecting the camera. I can't tell what you can hear right now. And I won't be able to tell till I upload, so I don't know what you're hearing. I hope it's good. I do hear this highway over here, and I swear these rigs all sound like they need new tires. Every last one of them. They're probably a good football field from here and on the other side of some trees. I don't know how they're so loud, but it's all right. So I came to Wally World today because Miss Shanta beat me to the punch. I told her, I told all of y'all that I'm going to have to hunt down a new, larger coffee pot. She sent me a cash app and said, go get a coffee pot. I was like, all right then. So I looked on Walmart.com. They had a beautiful blue one, not too expensive. I was like, I'm getting that. Came to Walmart. Guess what? It looks like they've been ransacked. It looks like Christmas came early for millions of coffee drinkers worldwide. They have like 3 or 4 left that are within price range, and none of them really that great. So talk to the lady in there. It seems they'll be getting a new shipment here in a day or so. So I'll just kind of keep an eye out. Or I might do site to store where you can order it online and ship it to Walmart, your Walmart. It's pretty. It's blue. It's not expensive. And it's nice. I'll like it. I'll love it. Thank you, Shanta, so much for that. By the way, I think maybe the mask mandate in North Carolina ended today. Not positive. I was on the phone with the hotel clerk in Gatlinburg, because we're trying to plan a vacation for our 23rd wedding anniversary. So I called to see where we stayed last, if they had any availabilities. They don't. And when I reserved the next available motel, it sounds terrible. It's called the East Side Motel, but it seems to be a nice place in about the same location. Only it's $100 more. I could have cried. Now, the lady at the one we prefer to go to told me to keep calling back. Plus, we'll get a discount since we've stayed there before. Like, revisit discount. And that's amazing, right? So I want that place again. And it's in a great place. Lovely balcony, looking at the mountain. I like that one. And it's cheap. It's the cheapest one. So anyway, she told me, I asked her, do you know if there's any mandate saying that we have to quarantine before we come into Tennessee? She said she doesn't believe so, but we might need to check, make sure there's not one coming back in an NC. So we're like one state over, just, at the, So Anyway, she said their mask mandate ends today. Whether their governor re-ups it or not, she doesn't know. But I think ours ended today because when I walked into this Walmart, I couldn't help but notice one thing. See, I've got a very close friend that I went to high school with. I love her dearly, and I don't try to avoid her unless I'm kind of in a hurry to do something. And I was, so I was trying to see which door she was at, and I couldn't help but notice she talks. And I don't mind talking. It's just that, if you're trying to do something, you want to do it. But anyway, that sounds horrible of me, don't it? I bet that wind is messing with you guys, aren't it? I'm so sorry. But anyway, I couldn't help but notice nobody's standing outside. There's no umbrellas for nobody to stand under. The roped off areas are gone. You just walk straight into both doors, well, both sides, and the ends too. There's none of those little fair gates you have to walk around. They're gone. And there's no signs saying you have to wear a mask. Now, some people were, some people weren't. It's time for me to take my water pill. I'm not at home, so I'll probably forget because I just missed my alarm. But yeah, I have to have alarms or I won't do it. But anyway, it does. It's a little frustrating to have to pay $100 more for the room. I'm hoping that I can keep calling and get a reservation. But I only had till the 21st to cancel my reservation for the other place. So I guess the 20th, realistically. But I'm hoping we can get the one we had because that's $100 a change that I don't want to spend on a room when we could spend it, walking around, cuisining, or, whatever, gas even. So I don't really want to spend $100 extra on the room. So I'm hoping we get that other one. You guys, fingers crossed for me. Now, we don't get out much. I want to explain. In 20 years, we've been to the beach twice. The last time was 6.5 years ago now. Or 6 years ago now. And we took all the children with us. Now that the kids are older, the first trip we've ever had alone, and I mean the very first one we've ever had alone, we went to Gatlinburg, I think in February or March, I can't remember exactly, but we went to Gatlinburg. And it was kind of like a surprise accidental trip that we were just up and decided to go, and we really shouldn't have, but we did. And it was wonderful to get out alone by ourselves. So we planned it for our 23rd wedding anniversary. I think I kept saying 24th, but it's just that my anniversary is on the 24th and I got the numbers confused. But anyway, I can't wait. I'm dying. So let's talk about keto, guys, because the first thing I noticed, other than my GKI, my blood glucose, and my ketones levels not acting like I would have expected them to. And it was a little disappointing yesterday. If y'all saw the video from this morning, you'll know. But I was a little kind of heartbroken that my ketones were only a 0.1 and later in the day only a 0.3, having done nothing that I could think of wrong other than maybe the creamer I'm using in my coffee, maybe the unsweetened vanilla almond milk. I don't think it's the coffee itself. I don't know. Something happened, but all I had other than that was sausage, egg, and cheese, which was one breakfast, and it was like a 19-hour fast. So I thought my ketones would be higher. It was 2 hours after eating those. So I could see them being a little muddled, and they did go up 0.2 later in the day. Well, by 0.2 later in the day, but this morning when I woke up, they weren't great either. They were only a 0.3 still. My glucose was 103, which is not horrible because it was the first time when I first initially popped out of bed. So I'm not real shocked by it, but I'm still not real thrilled by it because it doesn't put me in a level of ketosis. And that's annoying. Now, right? Grr. Now, I want y'all to understand, these ketone meters are great. They can be a little muddled, though. I mean, the ketone readings are muddled a little bit. You might be in a good state of ketosis, but burning off your ketones, using them, utilizing them. I didn't think that was the case for me yesterday afternoon, and I didn't think it was the case for me early in the morning. So I don't think that's the issue. They can also be off if the strips are bad or the urine strips are not always good for very long. Different things like that and how they're stored and all. But this being a brand new one, I think it's probably very accurate. And blood ketones are the more accurate. So I know that it could throw people. Sometimes seeing a 0.1 and realizing you're not in a good state of ketosis, you might be like, well, let me just go over here and have a bowl of cereal since I ain't going to be in ketosis. No way. But don't do that. Because it's going to keep you out of ketosis longer. It's going to keep you from getting your ketones up longer. It's going to keep you out of fat burning mode longer. And we don't want to do that if we don't have to. Now, if you did it, brush it off, shake it off, Make your next meal keto. Keep on pushing. But I'm telling you to please try not to get depressed or disappointed or disheartened because of that and let it throw you. Even when you step on the scale the next day, which I did this morning, and I'm up a little bit. And again, it makes no sense to me because everything I did yesterday, there is one thing I ate that you didn't see, but it was later in the evening. So potentially could have had an issue with this morning's, but it was still, by the time I woke up and checked it, I was still probably 10 to 12 hours fasted at that point. So probably about 10, I think. But either way, I don't know. No, what you didn't see me eat is yesterday Corey took some of my zero net carb bread and put some of my keto friendly jam on it. She made 4 of them. I stole one, and baby Anthony ate a couple bites of it. That youngin', I can't eat nothing. I don't care if it's collard greens. He gonna eat every last bite. But it's okay. So I did have that you didn't see, but I didn't mean to not show you. It was just something I pretty much swiped off her plate. So anyway. Oh, let me show you some of the ketone readings. Let me show you some of the weigh-in. I'll just go ahead and show you the weigh-in too.
And you guys, because I had some weird readings yesterday, I decided to check first thing this morning before I had coffee. And then I'll probably check before I break my fast today to see if there's anything that coffee might be doing. I don't know. It could be one of those sweeteners I'm using, or the almond milk, or even the coffee itself. I'm not sure. This would be the ketones. I don't really understand. Glucose. Well, it's really early in the morning. That's common. I just woke up. Well, it's 8, but I just woke up. Alright, let's do this. It's blurry. It shows 159.6.
So slightly depressingly, I'm up 0.6. It's okay. I don't mind being 159.6 at all. I just don't necessarily like going up and not exactly knowing what caused it. Or my ketone readings and glucose being like that and not know what caused it. So I'm going to utilize this ketone tool as a way to collect data and see if I can't find a pattern and see the cause. Again, it could be in my coffee in the mornings. I take a 16-ounce bottle. I fill it up with unsweetened vanilla almond milk. I get a pretty good kind. Doesn't have a lot of crap in it. It does, for 8 ounces, have 4 carbs, but I don't use 8 ounces usually. I might use it over all the cups of coffee I have. But so I guess maybe a carb or 2 per cup. And then I use Lakanto powdered sweetener, the monk fruit. And sometimes, and right now I've got a squirt of vanilla Lakanto sweetener that you put in water and different things. So it tastes like vanilla, and my coffee is French vanilla right now. So I don't know exactly what it could be, but it could be any one of those things. However, I have been using this for days and days. My ketones, I couldn't tell, might have been low, but my weight has been going down steadily, so I don't know. That's what irks me. I don't know. And I like to know, or at least have some good idea. I mean, if I sniffed a cookie or licked a cookie and my weight went up 0.6, I wouldn't even be surprised. But I ain't touched nothing I don't normally touch. So, and that Lakanto bread and that jelly, I've had it a bunch. Now, I don't know what it does to my ketones exactly, but I do know that my weight goes down with it. So, I don't know. What is all the noise? That sounds consistent. There must be like a tow truck out here on the highway picking up a car or something. It's also that beepy noise. Sorry for all the ambient noise of the wild, wild North Carolina. Out in the town area. And we're in a small town. Seriously, all we got is Walmart, folks, I'm telling you. Okay. Oh, okay. I want to talk to you about Corey. Corey's my daughter, for those of you who don't know. My only daughter. I have a son named Brian, a daughter named Corey. Okay, Corey has never had a whole lot of self-confidence. Never, ever. And I want her to have that once in her life so she feels better about herself. All right, Breeze, go away. Hold on, I'm going to let this breeze go away so it doesn't affect the camera. All right, so I rolled up a window, make it a little less breezeway. But anyway, since Corey was, the minute she turned a teenager, the very minute she turned into a teenager, her entire body erupted in breakouts. I mean, face, chest, back, arms, legs, even her legs. She's got really deep pores. So what I want to do for Christmas for her is find the best pore stuff, the best pore cleaners for like a body wash, because like I said, it's everywhere. And she found something for her face the other day that seems to work great. And she's like, Mom, it's $30 a month. I really can't get this. And I'm like, honey, if it's something that boosts your morale, if it's something that that really improves your self-esteem, your mental and physical well-being, you know what? If it's $30 a month, do it anyway. Do it anyway. I mean, I'd like to get her some of that for Christmas too. I don't even know what it's called, but I'll get her to tell you the brand one day when I'm thinking about it. But I want her to have this because she's just now getting where she has some confidence in her face. She does a lot of photos with like a selfie thing, but filtered and things blurred out and stuff like that, heavily make-upped. I want her to have confidence. For the first time in her life, she's about to turn 21 in March. I want her to be confident. Her weight, her skin, she's felt like every strike's been against her since I can remember. She's been depressed about it. She's been, Domino's Redneck Mobile, come on. Oh, good Lord. That one sounds like a weed eater. But she's always been kind of depressed about these things. She's never set goals. She's never had a real ambition. She's always been kind of down and out, and I don't want her to feel that way anymore. I've got her doing keto now. Now, that's not 100% guaranteed. I'm going to keep her on it and keep her encouraged as long as I possibly can, and maybe hopefully help her with her weight. I can only do so much what she'll let me do, and what her depression will let her do. People get depressed. They're like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm just going to eat some chocolate. And it's my job as a mother, as her mother, to try to encourage her to keep trying. Come on, baby, we can do this. You can do this with me. I make her meals. She'll make my meals too, don't get me wrong. But we cook together since she's doing keto. And it's my job to encourage her. But I want to find other ways to help her out too. Like the deep pore cleansing. Do you guys know the name of any inexpensive, preferably Walmart, preferably, because it's about all we got around here unless I'm order it offline. But inexpensive pore cleansing body wash. So she's got this stuff for her face. Like I said, I'm going to try to get her some for her face for Christmas too. What I want to do for Corey is put together a skincare package for Christmas. Also, I've got a favor to ask you guys. It's probably not what you think. A lot of you guys are heavily into makeup palettes. Eyeshadow. That's one of Corey's biggest loves in life is eyeshadow palettes. I don't get it. I can get stuff from Dollar Tree and be perfectly fine with it. But she loves eyeshadow palettes. If you guys have any you want to discard, she doesn't even care if they're a little bit used. She don't care about none of that. She don't care if a color or two's gone. She just mainly wants to play with them. So if you guys have any eyeshadow palettes you're planning to toss, donate, or get rid of, or you just don't want, or you just plan to do a clean out, my post office box is below, and if you will send me those, I would love to give Corey a whole bunch of different eyeshadows for Christmas. Love to. My son, he's going to be a tricky one because I don't think y'all got any spare Mustang parts laying around. I know what he wants for Christmas, but I ain't got the money for any spare ones. So he needs headlights for his Mustang though. I might try to see about doing that. Christmas is so hard, huh? And I want to make sure it's special. It doesn't have to be a lot of different stuff, but special and meaningful and useful. That's what I'm going for here. So if you guys have any spare eyeshadow palettes or even pore cleansers you didn't care about and you don't mind, again, my post office box is below, and I would love for her to have a bunch of different stuff to try out just to see what works. I would love to boost her confidence and help her build goals, dreams, and ambitions in life. Because right now she don't really have any. And she does love her YouTube channel, but she can't do it very much. And I'm going to tell you why. That little boy of hers, my little baby grandson, he is all hands. He is into everything all day. It's all hands on deck. Don't take your eyes off that youngin'. Good Lord, he's going to be into everything. I had him for a few hours last night, and I was texting him, when y'all coming back? How much longer? Chop, chop. Get back here. Good Lord. And Zach, he's not so bad. He's a little older now. He was into everything like that, but he's past that stage. Athena, she's going to be in that stage not too long from now. You can bet yourself on it, because she was reaching up on my desk, little fingertips getting right up on my desk there. It's like, no, man, come on. How long have I been talking? Because I know it's probably been a long time. Did I say everything I wanted to say? My keto day yesterday, I mean, it wasn't bad. I thought it was a good one. If my weight had fluctuated downward and I hadn't got the keto mojo in, I would have thought it was an excellent keto day. So I will figure it out. It's trial and error. It's a pattern. And once I find that pattern, I'll figure out what to do about it. But I don't know yet. Also, how do you make your mama listen to you? I seen another meme yesterday. It reminds me of my mama so much. It said, anybody else having a hard time raising their mom? That girl won't listen to nothing. I'm like jumping up and down with my hand out here. I go in her house, there's cookies, cakes, candies, and then her arguing because her legs are swollen and the diabetes and her sugar's so high and her blood pressure's so high. And I'm like, listen to me. I'm like this close to locking her ass in a closet and only feeding her what I want her to have. It wouldn't be so bad, but in her current physical state, she is in the high risk category for the damages of COVID. High risk. I'm scared to death she's going. I don't care if I get it. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with it. I think I'll be okay. I don't want it. Let's not be lying. But I don't want the flu and I don't want pneumonia. I don't want none of that either. But I'm scared for her to get any of that. Terrified. Now my dad has issues too. He eats all that same stuff, but he does not sit down. He burns it off. He moves constantly. He don't sit down. But mama, she's having a hard time moving now, and it's driving me crazy that I have the key, but she won't let me put it into the lock. You know, I could help her, I could save her, but she won't listen. And every time, mama, you don't need the cake. Always show daddy's. You gonna eat some of it. So I'm going to implore all of you right now, if you're watching my channel and you have loved ones and you are in a bad state of health, please let me give you the key. All you got to do is turn that lock and open that damn door and walk through it. That's all. 97% of all diseases that affect everybody are man-made by our diets and the things we eat. 97%. Almost everything. Okay? And some of these things can occur naturally. Some of them can be hereditary, but most of them are not. It's the things we're doing to ourselves. So I'm begging you, if you are somebody's mama, grandmama, daddy, granddaddy, somebody's favorite aunt or uncle, somebody's brother, somebody's sister, somebody's friend, please start keto right now. I will help you every single last step of the way. I'm not going to cry. I'm going to cry. No, stop. I'm not a crying person, daggone it. Y'all did it to me. I did it to myself. I know better, but... So anyway, if you got somebody that loves you, or you might even have somebody you don't know that loves you, please start keto today. If you love yourself, start today. If you fell off the wagon, start again. It's been the best thing I've ever done. It has been the most helpful thing I've ever seen for people. I don't mean to preach or evangelize or any of that other stuff. You know what? The hell with it, I do. It's that worth it. It is life-saving. I'm begging you that I'm going to shut up right now. If you need a keto help, my contact information is below. I help everybody and anybody at any time I can. I will answer any questions, any concerns you have. I will walk you through it step by step. And not for a finder's fee or whatever people do. There is a website that I built, designed, wrote, KETODIAMOND.com. It's all written out plain and free and simple. And there's a beginner's guide, a full foods list, everything I know you can eat on keto's there. Everything I know about keto's there. And if I don't know it yet and I find out about it, it'll be put there. There's a playlist on the front of this channel, How To for Beginners. There is everything. Everything, okay? Everything. Dr. Barry, Dr. Berg, these people are a wealth of knowledge and information. Visit their channels. But please start today. Please get back on track today. And if you fall, put a Band-Aid on that knee, and keep on walking. It's okay. And these people probably think I'm all sorts of crazy. I'm standing at the end of, yeah. Anyway, contact me if you need me. There are ways to support the channel, donations and stuff like that down in the description below. There is a Cash App, PayPal, all that good. You can look if you want to. And only do it if it's of your heart. Shut up, Joni. Much love to you guys and dolls. I will see you tomorrow or whenever I get online again. Might be today, twice more. I don't know.